She is seen as the future heir of Dan refining lineage. She is seen as a cute little junior sister with severe social anxiety in the eyes of outsiders. But secretly, she is a hardcore senior brocon. And as his senior brother, Wang Xiu is an unlucky child. He was deceived into joining this sect by Shifu. It would have been better if he had followed other elders from different lineages. But he is in the hexagram lineage, which is the sect's infamous lineage. This lineage said 800 years ago that the sect would go to fight against the demon race, sweeping through the demons as all the immortals came to court. But in the end, the sect master's 72 powerful Earth immortal experts were all wiped out. The sect was retaliated against by the demon race, and went straight from being the strongest sect to becoming second-rate. In the end, the first elder of the hexagram lineage begged for forgiveness with his life. The hexagram lineage thus became a joke from then on. 800 years later, only his master was left. Moreover, after Master tricked him into entering the sect, he immediately revealed his true identity in front of the original owner of this body, scaring him to death. So Wang Xiu's primary goal now is to break free from the hexagram lineage. There is no future for him here as a charlatan. Otherwise, he will starve to death. At this moment, a sweet voice entered Wang Xiu's ears. The newcomer is his junior sister Lu Evedan, alchemy lineage's talented disciple, Bella Grace Beauty List, ranked 4th. She is the dream lover of numerous male disciples. Wang Xiu just doesn't know that his junior sister dreams of having his body. This time I heard that he's possessed by demons. It's just right. She wants him to return to the Dan alchemy lineage for observation for half a month. And at this time, Wang Xiu. He was attracted by the halo above little junior sister's head. There is a green light in the middle of the halo. When he observed carefully, in his mind, the scene of little junior sister Dan refining process unexpectedly appeared. When the last herb was added, the entire Dan furnace exploded. Little junior sister was also severely injured in the explosion. And Wang Xiu understood. This was his golden finger. He could see the bad omens of others. Junior sister has a bad omen. Well, no bad omen. He just doesn't know when the thing will happen now. He can only wait and see. His little junior sister is different. She looked straight at Wang Xiu and stared at her own face. She had already started to feel hot all over. She thought she was pestering Wang Xiu. Her infatuation with this senior brother was revealed. It's not her fault. After all, he was just too handsome. And in Wang Xiu's eyes, this presented a different scene altogether. His junior sister was burning up, steam even starting to rise from the top of her head. Junior sister, are you okay? But at this moment, Lu Eve was burning up so much that she was almost short-circuiting. She stuttered and bid farewell to Wang Xiu, saying that she needed to go back to Dan refining. Wait a moment. Wang Xiu wants to observe little junior sister's Dan refining to see if it can help him avoid this omen of big bad. Lu Eve originally wanted to refuse, but if her senior brother is by her side, how can she still focus on Dan refining? She might just end up catching fire directly. But she's looking at Wang Xiu's handsome face. She thought to herself, let it burn, let the storm come more fiercely. The two quickly arrived at the Dan refining hall, where Lu Eve intended to refine a first-grade fire spirit Dan. With her senior brother by her side watching, she was already pushing herself to the limit to refine the Dan pill. She thought that Wang Xiu was interested in Dan refining, and made an effort to introduce the medicinal materials enthusiastically. Before long, her daydream began. Wang Xiu joined the Dan alchemy lineage, becoming her classmate. She even had already thought of a name for their child. But soon she also came to the final herb. That's right, this is the herb that Wang Xiu saw. After her junior sister joined, they started the furnace. At this time, the green light in the aperture also changed. Junior sister's bad omen can be altered. Wait a moment. Junior sister, wait! Could it be? Does senior brother have feelings for her? Wang Xiu then poured a basin of cold water to wake her up. Junior sister, I see the ominous sign of a big problem in your future. Is her senior brother good at this? Then she can only cooperate and have acupuncture treatment. Wang Xiu felt embarrassed to the core, digging his own feet in embarrassment. Why is this junior sister not following the routine, and not even showing any suspicion? Now she has totally thrown him off. But what Lu Eve was thinking in her heart was that this senior brother must have feelings for her, only holding back due to propriety. Thinking about it, she started to feel feverish again. But switching to Wang Xiu's perspective, he thought that she was scared. He began to comfort this silly little junior sister, and the thing in your hand is the medicinal materials. Wang Xiu pulled off a medicinal beard and threw it into the Dan furnace. Then the furnace exploded directly. If he puts the entire medicinal material in, wouldn't that be? So Lu Eve understood. Her senior brother's divination art is already very powerful. And at this moment, the green light above Lu Eve's head shattered. Then it turned into a golden light that shot straight towards Wang Xiu's forehead. Wang Xiu understood again. He has become even more awesome. This includes little junior sister's techniques and arts, as well as experience in Dan refining. As long as he helps someone to get rid of a bad omen, he can gain part of that person's abilities. But at this moment, Lu Eve was different. She looked at the medicinal materials in her hand and felt her brain shut down. She didn't show any signs of illness at all. But when Wang Xiu looked at this naive and innocent little junior sister, he suggested cutting her open to take a look. However, at the moment when she was cut open, a celestial phoenix phantom flew out, giving off a strong medicinal fragrance. Lu Eve seemed to have figured something out. She quickly went to the bookshelf and started searching. Shortly after, she found the answer. A medicinal herb, the ordinary crimson vein ginseng, has a 1/1000 chance of transforming after absorbing the qi of the former emperor. Then it can be promoted to the legendary crimson mystic phoenix ginseng, a top-tier spiritual herb. Just consuming it directly can extend one's life by 300 years. Even a venerable at the soul departure stage cannot ignore the most precious spiritual herb beneath the celestial herb. Such a powerful medicinal herb almost got used as a first-grade herb by her. Luckily, senior brother Wang was there, otherwise, she would have been in big trouble. So Lu Eve finally understood. Her senior brother has already reached the master stage in the Tao of Dan refining. He is truly terrifying. Is little junior sister the first beauty of the sect, or the next first elder of the Dan refining line? To outsiders, she appears to be extremely introverted little junior sister. In fact, she has always hidden a little senior brother in her heart. Just because senior brother used his golden finger to help her dispel the bad omen, and even helped her find the top-tier spiritual herb. This made little junior sister steam with anger. Senior brother Wang Xiu is the last remaining disciple of the hexagram lineage. The original owner of the body was scared to death by Shifu's appearance before he died. So now Wang Xiu can see the misfortune above others' heads. He helped little junior sister dispel the bad omen and gain the skills of junior sister Lu. And the spiritual treasure that almost killed junior sister was dug up by her in the back mountains. So the two of them went to the Dan alchemy lineage herb mountain. Luckily junior sister had already reached the foundation establishment stage, allowing cultivators to fly using artifacts. In just a moment, the two of them arrived at the place where the spiritual treasure was excavated. Senior brother, do you know why he brought you here? Wang Xiu said that such a big pit must be here to treasure hunt. Silly junior sister's eyes sparkled, and senior brother naturally guessed it. So she flipped her small hand. She took out a fully automatic hoe. Before long, under the digging of the hoe, a golden light shot up into the sky. The golden light transformed into a huge illusion of a celestial phoenix. The celestial phoenix illusion then condensed into a Dan furnace surrounded by karmic fire. Junior sister Lu gazed incredulously at the Dan furnace. This is a celestial tier celestial artifact used by the Bella Grace immortal sect to suppress and contain evil spirits. It is called the Crimson Phoenix Furnace, made from the source bone of a celestial phoenix of pure blood at the great vehicle stage. It can not only be used to refine the best tier Dan pill, but also is an indestructible artifact. And 800 years ago, the previous sect leader fought against the evil demon. He sacrificed his own cultivation level to merge with it, transforming into an ancient phoenix. Then he burned 13 powerful beings of the demon race into ashes. In the end, the Crimson Phoenix Furnace was sealed by a coalition of strong beings from the demon race and immortal emperors. After being struck down from the sky, its whereabouts became unknown. And that herb is the one that absorbed the aura of the celestial phoenix from this furnace. So it evolved into a top-tier spiritual treasure. At the same time, the little fairy passing by in the sky noticed this terrifying anomaly, convinced that it must be the emergence of celestial and terrestrial treasures. Without saying a word, the green-clad little girl rushed up to seize it. Fortunately, her senior sister pulled her back. After all, the elder and first elder are nearby, and even if they managed to get hold of the top-tier spiritual treasure, they wouldn't be able to control it. Just as the two were leaving, a pair of white as snow jade feet descended from the sky. The person who came as master of Dan alchemy lineage's first elder, little junior sister Lu. She took away the Crimson Phoenix Furnace with just a lift of her hand. Later, she flew out of her mountain with the two of them using celestial techniques. As soon as they landed, Wang Xiu saw clearly the owner of those jade feet. She was wearing a bright red gorgeous qipao. Barefoot, with white jade-like feet as if shrouded in a faint mist, exuding a somewhat enchanting feeling all over. The charming and alluring appearance evokes endless reverie. This is Bella Grace Dan, the alchemy lineage first elder Jiang Grace, an enchantress who practices both Dan arts and charm arts. Wang Xiu respectfully bowed, but could not hide the blush on her cheeks. He was very surprised. She turned out to be little junior sister Shifu junior sister Lu, who is so quiet and shy. And her master is as passionate as fire. But master also has a halo above her head. Although I don't know what this color halo represents, enchantress must never be offended. And Jiang Grace stared at Wang Xiu, and secretly thought to herself that she has been cultivating the Tao for 800 years. She had never seen such a handsome and charming young man, with outstanding looks before. Such a handsome young man staying in hexagram lineage would be a waste. So she asked the two how they discovered the Crimson Phoenix Furnace. Little junior sister wanted to help senior brother keep the secret. She could only nervously make up the story about what happened. Master, although speechless, had no choice but to believe. However, the reward that should be given still needs to be given. Past the sect master's decree. True disciple Wang Xiu and Lu Eve have merit in retrieving the Crimson Phoenix Furnace, rewarding each with 100,000 spiritual stones. Both feel the happiness came too suddenly. The next second, Shifu continued. First, record it in the account. In addition, bestow upon the two individuals the moving Bella Grace honor medal. With this honor medal, you can enjoy the privileges of an inner elder within the sect for your consumption. She allows the two of them to have free access to the scripture hall. After Lu Eve reaches the nascent soul stage, she can use the Crimson Phoenix Furnace free of charge. Upon hearing this, little junior sister is already very excited, but Wang Xiu finds the reward quite satisfactory. He is more concerned about the 100,000 spiritual stones being credited to his account, which is truly incredible. At this moment, Master took a step forward and held Wang Xiu's hand. She wants to invite Wang Xiu to join the Dan alchemy lineage, and all he needs to do is reach the nascent soul stage. He can also use the Crimson Phoenix Furnace. This proposal does raise Wang Xiu's blood pressure indeed. Do you want him to go to the Dan alchemy lineage? Ride the master, mate the ancestor. Just thinking about it is a bit exciting. This condition is indeed very tempting. But Wang Xiu's golden finger still needs the cover of the hexagram lineage title to deceive others. So Wang Xiu had to decline, this big temptation by citing his own low spiritual root as the reason. But an even greater temptation lies ahead, as Jiang Gray stated that as long as the Crimson Phoenix furnace is used to refine. With the Crimson Phoenix pill having double the medicinal efficacy, it can help Wang Xiu elevate her spiritual root to the best tier. In short, Mistress Master is raising you, Wang Xiu, not just for your privileged status. He really submitted to Wang Xiu, enduring the pain in his heart, and showing a strong sense of righteousness. I have sworn to the heavens that I will revitalize Mistress Master in this lifetime. I will never betray Jiang Grace, otherwise I will be punished by the heavens and the earth and die a miserable death without knowing the reason. He thought that he had taken in a good disciple as a senior brother, so he had to give a small reward. Just let Wang Xiu call him Uncle Master in the future, but she doesn't know yet. If Wang Xiu didn't have the system, this hard-to-find enchantress Wang Xiu in the world would be unstoppable. Just now, he and little junior sister found the sect's treasure in the wilderness. This brought an enthusiastic invitation from sect first elder. Redfish Immortal also gave him a big reward, which is really closer than his own son. Senior brother really wants to agree, but he can only look to him for the secret of omen of Big Bad. He can only steel his heart to reject beautiful women, Uncle Master. The next day, Jiang Grace was troubled in the main hall of Sect's sky-reaching peak on how to lift the seal of the demon race. But only Sect Master Senior Brother just touched the Crimson Phoenix furnace. The seal of the demon race dissipated into thin air. Sect Master's power is terrifying, but it's a pity that the Crimson Phoenix furnace has been sealed for too long. So after refining the Crimson Phoenix Dan with it, it needs to be coated with sugar. Because Dan pills are really bitter. Grace Jiang decided to leave without saying a word after the formation conversation. Unexpectedly, she was stopped by the Sect Master the next second. The Sect Master, who was just arrogant a moment ago, instantly became extremely fawning. Junior sister, you've been working hard all these years. Do you want me to give you a shoulder rub and have some tea together? Jiang Grace looks helpless. Senior brother, just say what you want to say. I didn't expect junior sister to be so thoughtful. You also know that our sect is too poor. Senior brother, this robe of mine is also from a new century, patched and mended for another century. Now that I have become an immortal lord senior brother, I dare not spend a single penny recklessly. Junior sister's efficiency in refining Dan with the Crimson Phoenix furnace has increased by at least 70%. Can you make the Dan pill prices sold to the immortal sect cheaper by another 30% in the future? Jiang Grace immediately became furious. Selling Dan pills to the immortal sect at cost price is already the best offer. If I burn a furnace, I will incur a direct loss. If discounted by 30%. You're freeloading directly from my mother, forget it. I'm desperate. I'm going out to sell myself. Before she could finish speaking, senior brother had already thought of many things. I'm going to sell Dan pills. Meanwhile, senior brother Wang Xiu is relaxing within the immortal sect, dressed in a handsome Taoist robe with unparalleled looks, living up to his reputation as the sect's most handsome man. Unlike the female disciples, who are all infatuated with Wang Xiu, the male disciples do not like him at all. They also spread rumors that their master grew rainbow spiral hair before his death. It turns out that many senior members of the sect now have suffered more or less damage in the catastrophe 800 years ago. So they all find the hexagram lineage quite displeasing, which he can also understand. Wang Xiu's main purpose for going out shopping this time is to analyze his own abilities. Wang Xiu noticed that most of the outer disciples' auras were white. Inner disciples have green auras. True disciples have red auras. Wang Xiu's gaze was caught by the senior brother wearing a rimmed hat caught Wang Xiu's attention. The forgiving color of this outfit looks good. The green aura appeared, and senior brother's bad omen turned out to be a blast furnace. Although there doesn't seem to be any life-threatening danger, Wang Xiu still plans to rescue this senior brother. If he can harvest some skills, it would be profitable. He just forgot that in the eyes of many disciples, hexagram lineage is seen as a charlatan. Senior brother, I see that your forehead is darkened. Recently, it seems like there may be an omen of a big disaster. As expected, senior brother sends him warm greetings. He also plans to give him a small gift to see if he has any bad omen. Wang Xiu took out a mirror and looked at the red light above his head. He turned around to bid farewell to senior brother and apologized for disturbing senior brother. It seems that Bellagray's sect holds a strong grudge against hexagram lineage. Nowadays, it's really hard to offer help to others for dispelling misfortunes. Wang Xiu, who was still complaining, saw a golden light descending from the sky. It turned out that a golden core stage pinnacle's two-headed scorpion tail snake intruded into the immortal sect. Many immortal sect disciples were frightened and trembling with fear. The crowd all displayed their sword formation defense, and the next moment, another golden light descended from the sky. It turns out to be chief disciple Guan Lai of the immortal sect blade lineage. The disciples are still counting the honors of senior brother Guan Lai. They noticed that the scorpion snake was motionless, as senior brother Guan Lai had actually captured it in an instant. There is no need to question Guan Lai's strength. But Wang Xiu is above Guan Lai. He sees something different. A golden bad omen. Just now, a two-headed scorpion tail snake invaded the immortal sect. Just when the disciples were at a loss, Guan Lai swiftly made a move and captured the monster. Because live monsters fetch a higher price. And Guan Lai was bitten by a poisonous snake as a result. Wang Xiu saw the golden bad omen, which is related to this wound. He was about to go and remind Guan Lai, but he thought about the senior brother's bias against the hexagram lineage. Guan Lai is as hot-tempered as fire. He values his own life. He also prioritizes the survival of hexagram lineage. He is willing to save people, but not for free. Immediately after that, Guan Lai rode his weapon into the air and headed towards the southern domain's Crimson Yin Mountain. There appeared the trace of a demonic cultivator, who is a traitor of the human race. They not only cultivate demon race techniques and arts, but also use the vital blood of the human race to cultivate themselves. They are the mortal enemies of every Taoist immortal sect. According to intelligence, there are 5 people in this group of demonic cultivators. 2 late golden core stage cultivators, and 3 middle golden core stage cultivators. As the sect's pride, Guan Lai needs to deal with the demonic cultivator first, and then cultivate to heal his injuries. Due to the special technique of this demonic cultivator, he only needs half an hour to recover. If he detoxifies first, he will be showing too much respect to the opponent. As soon as he arrives at Crimson Yin Mountain, Guan Lai discovers that this is a treasure land for cultivating demon fiends. So he releases his consciousness to sense the entire demon realm and discovers that there are more than 5 demonic cultivators. Among them, at least one has reached the golden core stage pinnacle, but this does not scare Guan Lai. People surnamed Guan are not to be trifled with, so Guan Lai plans to enforce the law by catching lawbreakers. He transformed into a low-ranking disciple of the Blade lineage. Sure enough, he had just reported his fake name. The demonic cultivators in the mountain appeared. They even mocked that the Blade lineage sent a junior at the golden core stage to die. Just then, there was a mention of ambush. 2 nascent soul stage demonic cultivator elders secretly made their move together, aiming straight for Guan Lai's lower abdomen. Guan Lai swung his blade to block and dodge with difficulty. The demonic cultivators had long seen through Guan Lai's disguise. They countered Guan Lai's tactics and forced him into a corner. Ha, Guan Lai, you didn't expect this, did you? Because this whole situation was set up for you. Just as demonic cultivator senior brother's trash-talking is at its peak, he wants to continue. On the side, little demonic sister interrupted, saying, "Senior brother, stop explaining. Villains often die from talking too much." The white bone demonic sect next door is so wicked. They just keep on talking before they act. They were eventually counter-killed by someone else's master after being driven over. Alright, I'll just say one sentence, and that's it. Kid, go to hell. Here Guanlai also didn't back down. He activated his state directly. I don't even bother with just two nascent soul brats. Unfortunately, he is not the protagonist of this comic. The antagonist is still active. Instead, he directly activated the formation art. 7 demonic cultivators transformed into formation generals simultaneously. Guanlai was directly suppressed and unable to stand. The demonic cultivator said proudly, "This is the 3-7 Fiend soul-sealing formation that I spent a lot of money to acquire with the sect leader." He was about to continue bragging when he was impatiently interrupted by Junior Sister. And Guanlai turned pale upon hearing about the 3-7 Fiend soul-sealing formation. This formation art counters his fiery sun blade sutra, clearly targeting him. But he won't just sit still and wait for death. He directly uses his energy to attack the demonic formation. At the same time, the demon general was stiffened by the shock. Guanlai took advantage of the situation, and a blade flew out. Unfortunately, this blade was directly blocked by the demonic cultivator. Guan's halberd fell to the ground just as the demonic cultivator was about to start taunting. A golden light struck and directly chopped off the hand of another demon general. Indeed, as the leader of the blade lineage, he quickly identified the weakness of the formation art. However, it ends here. Guanlai was unable to break the grand formation. He certainly is not their match. Defeated in a single strike. He was directly sent flying for several tens of meters before barely stabilizing his position. The man is proficient in the heaven and earth trigrams arts. He can tell at a glance the bad omens of other people. He not only deciphered the big bad omen of his junior sister, he also freeloaded on his junior sister and obtained the ability to refine. And right in front of him was Guanlai with a golden bad omen above his head. He is exactly Wang Xiu's next target for a free meal. At this moment, Guanlai is poisoned. He is also being surrounded and attacked by a group of chatty demonic cultivators. Wang Xiu, who lacks combat power, can only take risks. He pops his head out from underground. Guanlai sees the head popping out from the ground. He almost raised his hand to directly chop with the blade. The demonic cultivator also mocked Wang Xiu for being overconfident. Once the 3-yin formation is deployed, even if you are a great golden immortal, you won't be able to escape. Today, I will let you and Guanlai together sacrifice Blade Demon Blade. Once it is unleashed, it will be unstoppable. Guanlai's vital blood surged inside his body, resetting all his attributes to 0 directly. Luckily, Wang Xiu timely took out the antidote Dan. He also instructed Guanlai to take 1 pill in the morning and 1 in the evening for better health. The task of maintaining world peace is now entrusted to you, senior brother. Before Wang Xiu could finish speaking, the demonic cultivator girl had already flown in front of him. Guanlai swung his blade and directly shook away the female demonic cultivator. But in the next moment, the shockwave of demonic cultivator once again sent Guanlai flying several dozen meters. So Guanlai, ignoring Wang Xiu's reminder, swallowed all of the antidote Dan. In an instant, his whole body burst with energy, and the bad omen above his head shattered and dissipated. With blade in hand, I laughed towards the sky. All demons and fiends shall fade and die. Guanlai at full gauge directly uses ultimate skill. He knocks back the demonic cultivator, while also breaking through to the venerable realm. Junior sister from the demonic cultivator sect feels even more wronged. Senior brother, could you speak less? We shouldn't have been beaten so badly. The opponent has leveled up now. You really have no awareness of being a villain. You're doomed. Guanlai stepped forward, intending to take away the demonic cultivator. The demonic cultivator laughed heartily, saying, "Since today we plotted to harm you. Do you think I have no tricks up my sleeve? I'm not afraid to tell you what I have. Junior sister on the side couldn't bear to listen anymore. If you have a trump card, just play it. Please stop babbling on and on. Haven't you heard that villains die from saying too much? After his 10-minute detailed explanation, the demonic cultivator finally summoned the treasured blood demon blade of the demonic sect. Senior brother, I beg you to quickly kill him. Left eye for wealth, right eye for woe. My right eyelid is jumping fiercely. The next second, the demonic cultivator spits out a mouthful of old blood from 1982 and sprays it towards the demon blade. In an instant, evil chi surges on the demon blade, and evil spirits emerge on top. Evil chi condenses into the form of a demon lord. Looking at the subordinates in front of him, the demon lord starts cursing them relentlessly. The two of them were so scared that they kept kneeling and begging for mercy. Junior sister inwardly complained that senior brother talked too much, but she still had to help senior brother speak nicely. There are always too many helplessness for newcomers in the workplace. Guan Lai, I have been watching you for a long time. Turn back, demon lord. He instantly unleashed the demonic sect territory. The bad omen above Guan Lai's head lit up once again. Well, the bad omen is indeed one thing after another. It's different every time. Facing the powerful clone of the demon lord at the soul departure stage, Blade lineage disciple Guan Lai is desperately resisting. He is already prepared to sacrifice himself for his beliefs. Wang Xiu had to call for help. Uncle Master, where are you? The next moment, the sky cleared up. As petals fell, a charming and beautiful figure appeared before the two. The newcomer is Dan Alchemy lineage Uncle Master Jiang Grace, but her first reaction was to tease Guan Lai, feeling that he was too slow. I heard that your blade lineage cultivation's fiery sun blade sutra is immune to all poisons. How did you still get poisoned by snake venom? Upon hearing the name Wang Xiu, one knows that there is a melon to eat. I heard that the first elders of the Dan Alchemy lineage and Blade lineage, although both are women, but their relationship has always been bad. It is said that the enmity between the two involves the size of hills and emotional disputes. No one dare ask about the specific details. This senior brother, as the top disciple of the Blade lineage, unexpectedly got poisoned by a snake. Jiang Grace, as the first elder of the Dan Alchemy lineage, naturally needs to give him a hard time. But Guan Lai is a straightforward man of unyielding character. He cannot discern any hidden intentions in it. He is still grateful to Jiang Grace for saving him, while Jiang Grace expresses gratitude to Wang Xiu. If he had not noticed the black mark on your forehead, indicating an omen of big bad, specifically seeking help from Dan Alchemy lineage, she wouldn't have bothered with the trouble of Blade lineage. I see. Guan Lai he understands. It is said that the higher the cultivation level of hexagram lineage, the more accurate it is. Junior brother is very impressive for using Qi refining stage to predict his golden core stage pinnacle. He quickly thanked Wang Xiu, junior brother, for saving his life, and Wang Xiu quickly echoed his gratitude. This is all for the sake of sect loyalty. How can I, as a fellow disciple, stand by and watch without saving you? But Guan Lai didn't know that Wang Xiu only followed along because of his obsession with his blade arts. And at this moment, the demon lord's avatar hid back into the demon blade. He was already planning to run away with the spiritual treasure. Even though Jiang Grace is just a Dan alchemist whose combat power is not as strong as the Blade lineage, she is not someone this avatar can defeat. But he didn't know that Jiang Grace had been watching him, and she realized he wanted to run away. She immediately pinched out scattered petals of mantra with her right hand. Charging towards Demon Blade, the exploding demonic cultivator's clone was forced out of Demon Blade. But this is just the beginning. Jiang Grace activated her hands, condensed the mantra, and the surrounding power flowed around her body. The petals sped up and crazily clashed with Demon Blade. The next second, she summoned the treasured Crimson Phoenix Furnace. Reforge the demon blade with the threefold true fire for just a moment. A treasure blade where all the demonic chi dissipates. It has been successfully reforged. Wang Xiu invited First Elder Jiang Grace from the Dan alchemy lineage to help save the blade lineage's senior brother. With just one move, she defeated the demon lord's clone and refined the demon blade into a celestial artifact. Only demonic cultivator senior brother and sister are left to be played by Jiang Grace in the palm of her hand. Soon they had no strength to escape, and Jiang Grace came flying through the air. She smiled even more charmingly, truly, giving you all a chance but none of you made good use of it. Junior sister's resentment couldn't be suppressed anymore. Senior brother told you not to keep nagging and complaining. Now we're completely screwed. It seems that I can only play some bondage games now. Grace made a move and used 2 immortal binding ropes to capture the demonic cultivator. Wang Xiu and the other 2 just watched from the sidelines the whole time. She felt Wang Xiu shouting from behind. She was still very curious. This guy is completely unscientific. Because hexagram lineage needs to see through the secret of heaven. They just need to bear the corresponding backlash. He calculated the life-death tribulation of the Golden Core stage based on the Chi refining stage, which also involves powerful demon lord figures. He should have been backlashed to the point of burping and farting. It seems that there are still many secrets on the handsome young man's body. She's so eager to experience Wang Xiu's range and depth right now. With a bang, Wang Xiu caught the demon blade, looking very puzzled. This blade is made of crying blood immortal metal, and can devour the essence and blood of living creatures. I owe you a favor, and now we are even. She turned her head, and instructed Guan Lai to ask Wang Xiu to help him resolve the bad omen with his Qi refining stage cultivation level. He will have to sacrifice a considerable amount of lifespan. You must remember this great favor. Guan Lai was stunned to hear this. He never expected that they had just met by chance, and Wang Xiu actually made such a sacrifice to save him. His heart was in turmoil, amazed by such loyalty and virtue, which made him look up in admiration. When Guan Lai thought of this, he was determined to repay in kind. He would hand over his life to Wang Xiu. At the same time, the golden bad omen above Guan Lai's head shattered, turned into 2 golden lights shooting straight towards Wang Xiu. This feels wonderful. The golden light makes the fire spiritual chi in the body exceptionally active. He actually copied Guan Lai's top-tier fire spiritual root. Remember, spiritual root is an innate attribute. It's extremely difficult for people to upgrade their status. Now it's not just a matter of changing from a bicycle to a motorcycle. He has totally turned from a little bird into a big cannon. However, the rewards have not ended yet. A cluster of golden light transforms into fiery sun saber in tint. He should have successively deciphered Guan Lai's 2 bad omens. If he can decipher bad omen 10 times in a row or 20 times in a row. No, this kind of person might even choke on water. Wang Xiu, who came to his senses, quickly helped Guan Lai up. Everyone is from the same school as senior and junior brothers. Saying, "Repay with my life," is too ominous. It seems that Guan Lai can tell that Wang Xiu has already paid a painful price in order to prevent him from blaming himself. He is now enduring his severely injured body and pretending to be fine as if nothing happened. Wang Xiu, what a noble virtue. What extraordinary moral character and ability he possesses. Therefore, Wang Xiu must accept this fate. While Wang Xiu felt extremely embarrassed in his heart, not only did he mooch off someone else's spiritual root and ultimate move, he also made the other party owe him a favor. As an outstanding immortal sect disciple, he is quite thin-skinned. So, senior brother, you should let go of Jiang Grace first. Look at the 2 of them pushing each other back and forth. I even suspect that you were taught by that old charlatan to act against the will of heaven, with great karmic retribution. You should be more cautious and not constantly do divinations for others. Other lineages only burn your wallet. Hexagram lineage burns your life. Wang Xiu felt guilty and couldn't stop worrying, even though he kept saying he was fine. The matter here has been resolved, so everyone will fly back to the sect. But Wang Xiu has no time to rest. He pulled out the long blade of the cold-blood demon lord. Even though it had been washed by Uncle Master's den fire, he could still feel that sinister qi. Uncle Master said that this blade requires sacrificing the demonic spirit blood essence to grow. He is currently unable to defeat the Yogwai beast or the demonic cultivator of the hexagram lineage, and is particularly poor. But he soon came up with an idea to try using the blood of ordinary wild beasts instead. So he picked up the demon blade and headed to the market. Because he had good relationships, the little pork seller girl gave him a big pig trotter. Sure enough, being handsome makes everything easier. He soon arrived at the butcher's shop. He and Butcher Lu bought a big bucket of pig's blood. He covered his nose and made Demon Blade drink it himself. But he didn't expect that Demon Blade would rather die than obey. Wang Xiu also doesn't spoil it, just tossing it directly into the bucket of pig's blood. Demon Blade can only honestly suck it up. Who let it run into that creeper Wang Xiu? A whole bucket of blood dried it up, Blade's body still emitting a stench of swine, yet it still wants to keep sucking. Wang Xiu had to buy many more buckets, just talking about a large quantity to be satisfied. In just a moment, dozens of buckets of pig's blood were sucked dry by it. At this moment, the demon blade stood tall in the air, fully saturated. Blood Shurachi gushes out, suddenly bursting open. Wang Xiu is even more speechless. As the pig's resentment condensed, Blood Shadow Demon Blade transformed. It can't be said to be identical, but completely unrelated. Do you bloody understand that you are too brutal? How can I take you out to chop people when you make me yell, thief, and show them my pig-slaughtering blade? The peerless demon blade actually appeared with a red flame at the first moment. Recognizing the master, the power of the demon blade, Kill Pig Blade, unexpectedly perfectly integrates with Wang Xiu's magical power. Wang Xiu feels a surge in magical power, and he, who was originally extremely ashamed, directly leveled up. He directly advanced from the Qi Refining 9-layer to the Qi Refining Great Perfection, and as long as he is willing, he can break through to the Foundation Establishment stage at any time. Kill Pig Blade fawningly approached, looking eager for the owner to praise its appearance. Wang Xiu doesn't spoil it. Without saying a word, he immediately sends it off to get cleaned up. On the other side, Uncle Lu is still drawing circles on the ground. He just politely said that the pig's blood is free. Wang Xiu took out a gold ingot. It seems like he is planning to pay for it. Uncle Lu was very pleased and about to take it. Oops, sorry, I took the wrong one, Uncle. He handed back a small piece of silver. He politely said there was no need to look for it. Regrettably, hexagram lineage cannot be referred to as poor, but rather extremely impoverished. Of course, he can't spend money lavishly, just strolling around. A red light fell from the sky with a bang, landing swiftly. A person in a vigorous outfit strides over. She had the face of a celestial maiden, and the chest of a battlefield, flat, vast, and unbroken. A true heroine among women. Upon closer inspection, Wang Xiu remembered that this person is none other than Master Flameblade Lord Lian Flare, the teacher of the most powerful warrior in the immortal sect Blade lineage, senior brother Guan Lai. Wang Xiu, feeling guilty, quickly bowed and saluted to pay his respects to the Blade Lord. The next moment, Lian Flare tightly grabbed Wang Xiu's hand and stared at him closely. Wang Xiu felt dizzy and soft, feeling hot. He felt that he was about to start a happy life. With a slam, the hand was thrown away. Lian Flare looked disdainful. He is quite handsome, just his brain doesn't work well. It's not easy to enter the immortal sect, but choosing the hexagram lineage with that old charlatan who has died, yet he still doesn't switch to another lineage. Wang Xiu explained that he dares not disobey the orders of his master, while Lien Flair is full of disdain on his face. Your master is a creepy old guy. Every day, apart from being deceitful, all he does is play God and ghost. Every day, he uses activities, like palm reading, as an excuse to harass his female disciples. Wang Xiu thinks he's quite skilled at it. Following that, Flair turned around and stared at Wang Xiu, saying, "You have outstanding bones, and should stay in the hexagram lineage. It's a pity. Why not learn blade techniques from me instead?" I don't know why the hexagram lineage has been unpopular in recent years. Everyone seems to want to drive them away. If it's blade lineage. He heard that Lien Flair is very protective of their own people. She even dared to hit her elder when she angered her. Sense of security and belonging are both at maximum level. Although he really wants to embrace Lien Flair, when he considers his ability to see bad omen and the need for hexagram lineage as a cover, he can only respectfully decline. In an instant, the killing intent of Lien Flair soared into the sky. Then she took step by step towards Wang Xiu, just as Wang Xiu was about to deal with the thief first. Lien Flair reached out and touched his shoulder. Not only did she praise him sincerely, but she also imparted the true inherited secret arts of blade lineage, the Volcanic Blade Sutra. Lien Flair also heard that he obtained a demon blade that resonates with the Volcanic Blade Sutra. At the same time, the Dan alchemy lineage's first elder refined the Crimson Phoenix Dan for him, and his advancement in fire spiritual root is imminent. So she passed on the technique and arts to Wang Xiu. But Wang Xiu feels very guilty in his heart. He and senior brother Guan are fellow disciples, and Blade Lord should not have been so polite. But Wang Xiu overthought it. Actually, this first elder just doesn't want to be surpassed by Jiang Grace. She is a more righteous elder of the immortal sect than Jiang Grace. She heard Wang Xiu call Jiang Grace Uncle Master. He called himself Blade Lord, but a terrifying sense of oppression engulfed him once again. "Do you think that woman is closer to me than I am?" Wang Xiu decisively denied the 3 consecutive events. "No, that's not true. You got it wrong. The reason why I call you Blade Lord is indeed because I am moved by Blade Lord's righteous actions of eliminating violence and promoting peace. You are not only the first elder of Bellagrace immortal sect, but also the guardian deity of all living beings in the world. The disciple addressing you as Blade Lord is precisely a sincere sign of respect from the heart." This series of flattery is so over the top that even the Blade lineage's first elder's intelligence has been reduced to 0. "I didn't expect you to know me so well." Even Lien Flair couldn't help blushing. "You don't have to call me Blade Lord or Uncle Master, we are peers now. You can call me sister." Wang Xiu just feels that it's inappropriate. "After all, you are my senior. Do you want to refuse? Are you trying to deceive me just now?" "Of course not. Sister understands the righteousness. This arrangement is great." "Then little brother, you accept this lava bloodlingji. It grows in the extreme and terrifying essence of the earth at the bottom of the volcano. It is an incredibly rare and invaluable spiritual herb that can supplement lifespan. Who asked you to sacrifice so much for a little lie? Blade lineage doesn't owe you anything, just accept it." Lien Flair turned around and asked Wang Xiu about another matter. Long Cloud Mythic Realm is going to open in another 2 months. This mythic realm opens once every 10 years, with countless treasures and opportunities. It is a training ground for the young disciples of the Bellagrace immortal sect. The first elder leading the team this time is Lien Flair. So when she invited him to go to Wang Xiu, he agreed without waiting for her to finish. This is just like a dungeon. Where there are dungeons, there will be danger. Where there is a bad omen, there should be Wang Xiu. Lien Flair was very satisfied with Wang Xiu's answer, and then she said goodbye to Wang Xiu. Before leaving, she specifically reminded Wang Xiu to remember to address her as sister in the future, especially in front of Jiang Grace. At this point, Wang Xiu realized that he had been careless. Lien Flair's target is indeed Jiang Grace. if he calls Flare, sister, in front of Jiang Grace. He believes that his end is near. Indeed, women are still women. Just now, Lien Flare acknowledged Wang Xiu as his younger brother through friendly negotiation. She also had Wang Xiu call Jiang Grace in front of her. Wang Xiu was speechless and turned into stone on the spot. Just feeling proud of setting a trap for this woman, only to realize that I fell into her trap instead. The thought of Jiang Grace looking angry made him feel it would be better to end his own life than to continue. But now he calls her sister. No one can afford to offend either of the two women. He can only take it step by step. When he returned to the room, Wang Xiu began to cultivate his own state of mind. He only has 2 months to quickly break through the foundation establishment stage. Fortunately, he can use the bloodlingji that his sister gave him to stabilize his cultivation level and lay a solid foundation. After the breakthrough, his cultivation will be even more successful. In an instant, the bloodlingji burst out with a strong spiritual power, as if he had triggered it too successfully. The next moment, the bloodlingji turned into golden lights and rushed into Wang Xiu's body, impacting his limbs and bones with great force. It felt very violent, and the pain was unbearable. After about 15 minutes, Wang Xiu's body adapted to this pain. He even experienced a sense of euphoria, feeling extremely refreshed and exhilarated. The time for cultivation passed by quickly. After 3 hours had passed, Wang Xiu, who had neglected it, was now able to manipulate this spiritual qi at will. He was completely immersed in it when a seductive voice woke him up. The newcomer was Uncle Master Jiang Grace. She was sitting cross-legged on the bed, looking at him. I didn't expect that man to give you all the bloodlingji. Jiang Grace looked at Wang Xiu with increasing fondness. This Uncle Master of mine is really something. In a nutshell, she is an enchantress. Uncle Master, you barged into my room without even saying hello. I feel very embarrassed by your actions. Grace Jiang looked at Wang Xiu's diligent cultivation with a seductive gaze. It seems like she is planning to enter the Long Cloud mythic realm. This is the perfect time for me to step in. She raised her jade hand, and a small gourd appeared in Wang Xiu's hand. Wang Xiu subconsciously opened the small gourd. A strong medicinal power surged out, and he felt that his fire spiritual root was very restless. Jiang Grace also noticed that Wang Xiu's absorption of spiritual qi was very effective. Is this the Crimson Phoenix Dan that Wang Xiu is so happy to see in the palm of his hand? Jiang Grace told him that in order to thank Wang Xiu for resolving little junior sister's bad omen, you should take 6 of these golden Dan, and she will take 2. And Wang Xiu felt that Uncle Master was too kind to him, as an elder who personally delivered the medicine, which really surprised and honored him. Wang Xiu bowed respectfully to express gratitude for Uncle Master's care and love. Grace Jiang smiled slightly and suggested that if you really want to thank her, you can come to her room in the evening to help her check if she has the omen of a big bra. Wang Xiu almost couldn't handle it. Uncle Master, please don't joke like that. Fortunately, Jiang Grace turned around to leave. Wang Xiu dared to say goodbye. Damn, it's too much to stay with this enchantress. We arrived at the Dan Alchemy lineage gate in just a moment. Jiang Grace soon saw her silly disciple. Upon meeting him, she immediately asked senior brother Wang Xiu if he had accepted the Dan pill. Jiang Grace looked at her silly disciple and sighed. Originally, she had planned to give her 2 Dan pills, but ended up giving them to Wang Xiu instead, who didn't allow her master to speak. Truly silly. Louis felt that Wang Xiu needed the Crimson Phoenix Dan more than her, as senior brother Dao was at a higher stage in the Dan arts. He elevated his fire attribute spiritual root. In the future, when he encounters good spiritual herbs, he can refine them himself and consume them. Looking at the well-behaved and kind little disciple. Pick up Grace and give Shifu a good hug. He can't catch his breath. 2 months later in the escape room. Wang Xiu's spiritual power has formed into a golden fire cloud. This time, he will officially begin to impact the foundation establishment stage. Suddenly, Wang Xiu opened his eyes, and flames shot out from them. The spiritual power from the heavenly cover soared into the sky. It seems like there are countless lightning bolts circulating in the dantian. Wang Xiu slowly opened his eyes. He saw the boundless, dark-chi ocean with wild winds raging. Flashes of lightning were running rampant in the sky. Celestial Phoenix rode a golden spiritual flat slowly descending from the sky. He felt the aura of space, no longer just simple spiritual chi, but a pure and more powerful innate divine chi. This is the symbol of foundation establishment stage. He returned to his original form, and Wang Xiu's spirit was rejuvenated. It was not in vain for him to hard cultivate for 2 months, and he finally became more awesome. Perhaps it is due to the Crimson Phoenix Dan that the Taoist foundation of the foundation establishment stage has also condensed a hint of Celestial Phoenix true intent. After letting Wang Xiu's original top-tier fire spiritual root mutate into a fire spiritual body, his cultivation speed has become even faster. Suddenly a bell rang. The Long Cloud Mythic Realm trial is finally about to begin. The Bella Grace immortal sect is profound and deep in heritage. For thousands of years, there have been hundreds of immortal mountains and blessed lands. Today's trial belongs to the southern 9 ranges Long Forest Peak. The celestial maidens have arrived early at the square. Lu Eve, little junior sister, and her little sister Lu Lotus are traveling together, attracting countless male disciples from various sects who are following behind. It's all because Lu Lotus and her sister are among the top beauties in the sect. And Lu's sister noticed her sister looking around anxiously, and without thinking, she knew she was waiting for that little charlatan from the hexagram lineage. She doesn't know what kind of love potion she has taken. For the past 2 months, she has been chanting Wang Xiu's name every day. You don't like him, do you? Lu Eve quickly denied. Stop talking nonsense. I don't. Lu Lotus directly exposed my sister's lies. It was so cold of you to call senior brother all night last night. Sister really has deep roots of affection. Lu Lotus was so anxious, he pounded me hard. I'm just grateful to senior brother. The little sister feels very wronged. In the past, her older sister's heart was only filled with her, but now it seems like she has changed into a completely different person. She would sit there daydreaming from time to time, blushing like a shy young girl with smoke coming out of her head. And she would get lost in thoughts whenever she had spare time. Blame that despicable little charlatan. Today, she must make her sister see clearly that hexagram lineage. Those charlatans are all deceiving. Lu Lotus secretly boosts her own confidence. Little Lotus, you can do it. Soon, screams of the female disciple could be heard from the crowd. The 2 sisters were also drawn over. Correct. It was the man who made them swoon that appeared. He is Wang Xiu, the handsome man known as the #1 handsome guy in the hexagram lineage. How handsome does a man have to be called the sect's #1 handsome man? Within 10 seconds of him stepping onto the square, he was then miserably defeated by Flowerlike. Just because this time the immortal sect opened the extremely dangerous Long Cloud Mythic Realm. Disciples need to team up in order to go there. Wang Xiu came to the square specifically to find teammates. He never expected to be so popular. Sect senior and junior brother believe that looks don't represent everything because they don't look bad, but still can't find female teammates. Lu Eve, on the other hand, overcame her social anxiety to help senior brother. She shouted senior brother's name loudly, with a momentum that could shake countless birds. As expected, little junior sister's shout successfully caught senior brother's attention. This also provoked sect disciples to mock her one by one, saying she was shy like a child, standing still in place. Fortunately, Wang Xiu gave a clear response and broke free from the embarrassing situation. There is no way to deny that there is a huge difference in appearance between sect disciple